Welcome, everyone, to English Podcast with Jane, your little corner for learning English through real-life conversation. I'm Jane.
And I'm David. Okay, I have been looking forward to this one. Today's topic is dreams and goals. And honestly, I think I've had a lot of dreams that have gone absolutely nowhere. So I feel very qualified to talk about this.
That's actually the perfect place to start. David, what did you want to be when you were a child? Like your big dream?
Okay, so I wanted to be a robot inventor. Not a scientist who studies robots. I wanted to actually build a robot that was my best friend. I had a very specific plan. It did not happen.
I love that. I wanted to be a dolphin trainer. I was completely obsessed with dolphins. I told everyone. And then I grew up, moved to a city, became an English teacher, and honestly, I am very happy with that. But the dolphin dream was very real.
A dolphin trainer and a robot inventor. And here we are, talking into microphones. Life is unpredictable. Okay, let's get into it.
So let's start with something simple. What is the difference between a dream and a goal? Because I think people use these words together all the time, but they actually mean different things.
Okay. I think a dream is like the big wish, the big picture. Something you really want for your future, but it feels far away. Maybe a little bit scary. Maybe not totally clear yet. Like, I want to write a book one day. That's the dream.
Yes, exactly. And a goal is the how. It's the small plan. It's the steps you take to move towards the dream. So if the dream is to write a book, a goal might be, I will write 200 words every morning before breakfast. Specific, small, doable.
So the dream is the destination on the map, and the goals are the road you take to get there. You need both, because if you only have the dream and no goals, you just sit there thinking about the destination without ever leaving home.
Exactly. And I've seen this so many times with my students. They have beautiful dreams to speak English fluently, to travel, to get a new job, but they don't have small goals attached to those dreams. And without the small steps, the dream just stays as a dream.
Okay, so let's make it personal. What is your dream right now, Jane? Like a real one, not the dolphin thing.
Okay, a real one. I really want to write a short book about language learning. Something simple, honest, based on everything I've learned from teaching. And my goal right now is to write for 20 minutes after dinner every evening. Just 20 minutes. Small, but consistent.
20 minutes after dinner. I like that. You attached it to something you already do every day, so it's not a new habit from zero. It just follows something that already exists. That's actually really smart.
Yes, that's actually a strategy I love. You connect your new goal to something you already do, like after dinner or after your morning coffee. It becomes automatic much faster. I call it a daily anchor, something small that keeps you connected to your dream every single day.
Daily anchor. Okay, mine is a bit messier. My dream is to build a small app, like a real one that people actually use. And my goal is to work on it for 30 minutes after lunch. But honestly, some days I forget. Some days I scroll my phone instead. The anchor is there, but sometimes I miss it.
And that's completely normal. Missing a day doesn't mean the dream is gone. The anchor is still there tomorrow. The most important thing is not to be perfect. It's to keep coming back. One missed day is not a failed dream. It's just one missed day.
Okay, I needed to hear that. Because I think when I miss a day, something in my brain says, well, you already broke the streak, so maybe you're not serious about this. And then one day becomes 3 days, becomes 2 weeks of nothing.
Yes, that voice. I know that voice very well. And I think one thing that really helps is focus on just 10 honest minutes. Not a perfect hour, not a big productive session, just 10 honest minutes every day. Because 10 honest minutes every day is so much better than a perfect session once a month.
10 honest minutes. Okay, that's actually very manageable. Even on my worst, most tired, most distracted days, I can probably do 10 minutes. It's like the minimum viable version of showing up.
Exactly. And speaking of distracted, let's talk about dream thieves. Because I think one of the biggest reasons people don't move towards their dreams is not lack of motivation, it's distractions, things that quietly steal your attention without you even noticing.
Oh, I know my dream thieves by name. Notifications, YouTube. Let me just quickly check this one thing, and then suddenly it's been 45 minutes and I haven't done anything. My brain is basically a browser with too many tabs open and no memory left.
Yes, and I think the solution is to create what I call a focus corner. It doesn't have to be a special room, it can just be a chair, a table, a spot where you sit when you work on your dream. And when you sit there, the phone goes away, notifications go off. It's just you and the work.
I actually tried this. I put a small plant on my desk just to make it feel like a special space, and I told myself, when I sit at this desk, I work on the app. And it's weird, but it works. My brain started to associate that spot with focus, like location-based mode switching.
That's a perfect way to put it. Your brain learns from environment, not just from willpower. So design the environment and you don't have to fight yourself as much. Now, what about the people around you? Because sometimes the dream thieves are not notifications, they're comments from other people.
Oh, wow. Yes, this one is real. I told someone about my app idea once, and they immediately said, "Isn't the market already full of apps? How is yours going to be different?" And I just deflated, like I hadn't even started and someone was already questioning whether it was worth it.
I've been there, and I've learned something over the years. Some dreams need to be kept private and precious, especially in the early stages. Not because you're hiding them, but because they're fragile, like a small plant. You don't leave a tiny seedling outside in a storm.
Keep it protected until it's strong enough. That makes sense. I think I shared my dream too early, before I had any proof that it could work. And when someone doubted it, I didn't have anything to hold on to yet. I hadn't built enough belief in it myself.
Exactly. And that brings me to something I think is really important. The way you think about your dream matters as much as the actions you take. Because if you see a dream as a deadline, like I have to achieve this by a certain time or I failed, it becomes very stressful and heavy.
Yeah, I've done that. I said, okay, I want to have the app done by the end of the year, and every week that passed without finishing it felt like falling behind, like the dream was judging me, which is a very strange feeling, being judged by your own dream.
Yes. So instead, I think of a dream as a compass. It shows you the direction. It tells you which way to walk, but it doesn't tell you exactly when you have to arrive. And that means when life gets busy, when you need to rest, when something goes wrong, you don't lose the dream. You just pause and then look at the compass again.
A compass, not a deadline. Okay, that's the whole mindset shift right there. Because a deadline makes you feel like you're running out of time, but a compass just shows you the way. And the way is always there even when you stop for a while.
And one more thing, choose one main dream to focus on for a season, not everything at once. Maybe 3 months, maybe 6 months, just one. Because when you try to move towards 5 dreams at the same time, your brain gets overwhelmed, your energy gets thin, and nothing really moves forward.
One dream per season. That's actually a relief to hear, honestly, because I have a long list, and I try to work on all of them, and then I feel guilty when I don't. But if I choose one, just one, then I can actually go deep with it, and the others can wait. They'll still be there.
They will. Your dreams are patient. They wait for you. And the most important thing is just to keep coming back to the compass, to the anchor, to the 10 honest minutes. That's what makes a dream real. Not the big dramatic moments, but the small, quiet, consistent ones. Okay, and now my favorite part of every episode. Word of the day. Today we have 5 words from our conversation about dreams and goals.
5 words, and I feel like all 5 of them are going to be useful in real life, not just for talking about dreams, but for a lot of situations. Okay, go.
Word number 1, anchor. An anchor is something small and regular that keeps you connected to something important, a habit or action you do at the same time every day. For example, writing for 20 minutes after dinner is my daily anchor. It keeps me moving towards my dream even on busy days.
Anchor, as in the thing that stops you from drifting away. I like this word. It feels solid. I need a better anchor, clearly.
Word number 2, distraction. A distraction is something that pulls your attention away from what you are trying to do. For example, my phone is my biggest distraction. Every time I sit down to work, a notification appears and I lose my focus.
Distraction. I have many. We can make a whole episode just listing mine. Notifications, YouTube, snacks, the list goes on.
Word number 3, commitment. Commitment is a serious promise you make to yourself or others to keep doing something even when it gets difficult. For example, learning English takes real commitment. It means showing up every day even when you don't feel like it.
Commitment. Not just saying you'll do something, actually doing it, even on the days when your brain is buffering at 10% and you really don't want to.
Word number 4, flexible. If you are flexible, you are able to change your plans and adapt when things don't go perfectly. For example,